A very good evening to you. Yes, it's 6 o'clock, which means we've got a brand new one-day special launching right here, right now on Hochanda. If you're new to us here at Hochanda, a one-day special is a fantastic bundle of goodiness at a reduced price for 24 hours. But of course, we do get busy in the launch hours, so it's good to have your company. And we've got the lovely Kay from IndigoBlu with us tonight. How are you, Kay?
Hi everybody, really great to be here, and great to see you, Janice. It's lovely to be in the studio.
Oh, it's good to see you, and you know that when we've got the lovely Kay with us, we've got some great demonstrations and some wonderful crafty goodiness for you as well, at a great price, I might add. So with your one-day special, we have got an incredible deal for you, and you've got a whole host of items to start your crafty projects with. First of all, let's take a look at this beautiful, beautiful piece of fabric. It's 100% cotton, so lovely to work with. Those gorgeous prints on there that you can paint on these. We've got some fabulous paint, translucent paint in with your one-day special as well, that you can take and you can start to use on this piece of fabric. Maybe change it into a bag, cut into it, use it on different projects. That's going to be your choice when you get that home. Now on top of that, you are getting a beautiful tote bag, so you could create something like this. Take that panel, colour it with the paints that you're getting included in the one-day special, and then pop it onto this beautiful tote bag that is included in your one-day special. That's what we wanted to do for you, to make sure that you had the items to craft with, but also had something to create and make a project from. Now we've also got included in the deal, we've got these fantastic paints that are translucent, and these are brand new colours for you, brand new colours. And if you just take a look here, you can see you've got your Sargasso Sea, your Rosette Red, you've also got your 22 carat, if I lift there, let me just lift that, 22 carat gold. That's not a spelling mistake, it is carrot like the rabbits eat. And then you've got your fresh cut grass. Beautiful, beautiful colours. And you'll see there just on that trainer at the side, unfortunately that's not included in your one-day special, but I'm sure many of us have got those spare trainers at home that we want to paint up and make and create. Even the laces, look at that, absolutely spectacular. Now when it comes to painting, you'll need something to put your acrylic paints on. Maybe you want to mix them. Maybe you want to create a palette. Don't make the mistake that I made and use one of your plates. Didn't go down too well in my household, I can tell you. No, it didn't. So what we've got here are 3 paint mats for you. Now these are fabulous, and Kay will tell us about these and the making of them, but what you do need to know is that when you pop your acrylic paints on here, they just slide off perfectly. So easy to remove and easy to use, and they're reusable. You're getting 3 of those in that deal, which is great. So we've got a fantastic deal for your one-day special to make sure that when you get this home, you can start creating some amazing projects. Let's just show you some of the items that you can create. You've got that fantastic apron there. Maybe you've got an apron at home. Cut out the panel and place it on. This is fantastic, this bag just here. And again, because you're getting the tote bag included, made out of this fabulous canvas fabric. The same canvas actually that's placed onto stretch canvases that artists paint with. So you know you're getting quality. That's beautiful. Maybe if you wanted to snip into that, then you can. And you can make these little bags as well, which are lovely. That gorgeous hummingbird in there. And using those paints that you're getting with your one-day special, of course, you can start to create those wonderful designs. It's not just about using it on fabric though. You can use this on your canvas boards. You can use your acrylic paint to make your artists' paintings for your house, or if you want to make and create cards for people as well. So there's so much that you can do, and I've got so many samples to get through that I will get through and show you in a moment's time, because I do need to tell you something. Saving £10 on your one-day special, it is a phenomenal price, £34.50 for the bag, for the paints, for the 3 paints palettes. You've got the panel and you've also got the tote bag as well. That is a phenomenal deal, saving £10. However, would you like some stamps to go with that? We're going to carry the saving from your one-day special, carry that £10 over, and then you're also going to save an additional £10.48. £60 divisible by 2, so we make this affordable for you each month. £30 this month, £30 next month, but it does mean you get everything sent out to you. Now let's have a look at these red rubber stamps. That's important because you can use these with all of your different techniques, including your heating, embossing techniques as well. So the red rubber lasts you for a lifetime. Turn that around, it's already mounted for you. Great sizes as well, with those beautiful botanical images for you to use, which are very, very on trend. They never go out of fashion, do they? You know what they say, fashion comes and goes, but style sticks and stays. Well, I say that anyway. So you've got those fabulous stamps there. You've got that large, you can quote me on that, you've got that lovely large stamp. Now, what I like about this is that you can use all of that particular stamp, or you can just use part of it, and that's the beauty of having a stamp of that size. So much you can do, and so many elements as well. Just got a lovely card here that you can see. We're getting very busy, by the way. 2 payments of £30. So whether you're thinking of making and creating some notelets, maybe some stamps to go in your planners. We've had a very busy planner show. So these would be fabulous for the summer months, perhaps, or if you're a gardener, for example. What a wonderful way of using these stamps in your planners, just to remind you of certain times of year, of when to pop those plants in, when to nurture them, when to do your watering as well. Here's a lovely sample of a box. Love this. Love the yellow here. I'm going to open this up. I wonder if there's something inside. Oh, I very nearly had a surprise then. There, oh, it's a bee. We're okay. We're okay. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. And that bee is part of your panel. That bee is part of your panel. So turn it into a brooch, as it has done here with that beautiful fabric. Love that. So let me pop that there, and let me pop that back on there. So plenty for you to do, and we've got lots of demonstrations coming up as well with Kay. Available on FlexiBuy, 2 payments of £30 if you want to go for that larger bundle that includes the stamps. Now you can get the stamps on their own if you want to buy them on their own. You're more than welcome to do so, and you can go for the one day special on its own. But the best value for money, in my opinion, and many of your opinion as well, because we're getting busy now, is for that whole collection. Now we are going to see I can't believe this. So the large collection that we've got, we're 7 minutes into the first hour. Kay, a quarter of the stock has gone. A quarter of the stock has gone.
Thank you.
I tell you what, shall we have a demonstration from you, Kay?
Yeah, let's do one quick.
Let's have a look.
Hi everybody, great to be here. Thank you so much. So you've got this beautiful, beautiful panel, really huge it is. So there's loads to play with on here. So and it's a lovely cotton. So I'm just going to cut out this small panel at the top, just to give you a little bit of a quick demo, just to get you started. And also, it's a great way to start off without going to the big panel first of all. If you're itsy bit frightened, okay. So I'm just going to cut this round here. I'm going to give it a big border, and we'll come back to this. So we've got this lovely butterfly. It's already stamped out for you. It's heat set, so it's not going to come off. And then, of course, let's get into these gorgeous new paints that I've got. So I'm going to use Sargasso Sea. Let me bring this really close in, then you can actually see what I'm doing. So this is Sargasso Sea. I've got far too much on my palette here. Use the shiny side and then it was going to clean off really easily. But I want to use lots and lots of water with this because, as you can see, these are highly concentrated, so you need just a smidgen amount. And look at that colour, isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I'm so pleased with these colours. I can't tell you. I'm just so delighted with them. Right, so I'm wetting my cotton now because I want to do a nice sort of watercolour effect with it. Okay, so I'm getting some water onto my paint, my brush here, and what I want to do is just go around the outside of the butterfly. And because the canvas, the cotton I should say, is wet, it's going to really wick out beautifully. Okay. And this is all we're going to do, just get some paint on there with lots of water. And if you don't think it's wicking enough, you can just add a bit more water. And then we just, and basically what we're doing is we're making like a little shadow behind the lovely butterfly here, just so that it makes it pop out, okay? And this is all we're going to do. And we can actually extend that out even further and just encourage it to go out. Now also we've got on the show some of our other paints. Now we've had these on before, and this one is Stroke of Midnight. So you might already have this. So I'm actually going to put Stroke of Midnight over the top of that lovely Sargasso Sea. And you're wondering, why is it called Sargasso Sea? I think it's just one of those lovely, well, actually it's an area of the Atlantic in between this sort of jet stream and in the Pacific, is it? Pacific Ocean, in between the two jet streams, so that it actually stays really, really calm, and the sea is like a beautiful turquoise colour, and it's really known for its wildlife, sea life I should say, really. And it's been the muse of poets and artists for a really long time, and it's just, and authors as well, so you'll find it in stories and everything. It's just that sort of wonderful oasis. And I don't know why, but it just came to me when I saw this colour. I've been trying to get this colour right for a little while, and I'm just delighted with it. So this is so easy to do, anyone can do it. Okay, so wet your cotton and just paint on top. Super easy. That's all you have to do. So I'm going to go back to Janice. I'm going to dry this off, and then we're going to come back and have a look at it. And I'm going to just fray the edges as well.
I love that. I love that, Kay. Do you know, I love watching you whenever you put that wash onto fabric with those translucent paints. I've got to tell you something. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I'm going to tell you this. 60% of the stock of that larger bundle has gone. We're 12 minutes into the show. We've seen one demonstration. Let's tell you what you're getting. If you have just joined us, by the way, welcome to the show, but 60% of the stock of the larger bundle has gone. OK. Your one-day special, you're saving £10 on your one-day special, but it is the larger collection that people are going for, where you're keeping that £10 saving, but also saving another £10.48. So for that larger collection, let me show you what you're getting. The panel, you've got the individual projects on there that you can work with. Now the panel is worth £20. If you want that on its own, or maybe you want to add another one to your one day special or the larger collection, details £20 at the bottom of your screen. I love that. Look at the hummingbird and the butterfly that Kay's just demonstrated. You've got your dragonfly on there, the bumblebee, two of those. I love that. You've got your thistle on there, which is lovely, your milk thistle. You've also got your other flowers on there as well, the lavender and that beautiful botanical, almost like diagram of flowers there mixed up. Love that. That's included. Then you've also got your paint mats. Now these are really important because these have sold out individually. They are available now in the one day special or the larger bundle. These are going to allow you to put your acrylic paints on, not just the ones we've got here for you in the show, but your other acrylic paints on, mix and then just clean them effortlessly, because you've got that wonderful non-stick side. You're getting 3 included. Then we've got the acrylic paints. So the beautiful colours that are in there, you've got your Sargasso Sea, your Rosetta Red, your 22 karat gold, spelt that way because it does mean carrot, rather than the carrot that you wear on your skin. Oh, just lift that up, sorry. And you've got your fresh cut grass as well. You've also got your tote in there, so your tote bag. This is something that's going to be an instant project for you. And this is made from the same canvas that's placed over canvas boards, stretched over canvas boards that artists paint on. So that is £10, the value of £10. Right, we've still got more in that larger bundle. Oh my word. You've got the stamps. Love these, love the stamps. You can go for them individually if you want to, but in that bundle it's the best value for money. You've got your larger A5, is it, or DL size stamp. So yes, you've got your DL size and you've got your A5 stamp. Now with the stamp, I'm just going to quickly ask Kay, because I just want to double check. With the individual botanical stamps, are they already cut out, Kay? Or do
They
you
are
cut them
already
out?
cut out and they're on cling mount, ready for you.
Perfect. So yes, those stamps are already cut out for you. So that's your largest stamp. Is that a Halliwell?
No, it's a foxglove.
Foxglove, that's it. Always get those two mixed up, don't know why. You've got your foxglove on there, which are beautiful. We've actually got some of those in the garden at the moment, so why the name eludes me, I don't know. And then you've got the bumblebee that's from the fabric on there, so that's a good project idea. And then, of course, you've got those individual stamps with your botanical flowers. What a deal. My goodness, we are busy. Do bear with us on the phone lines. The best way to order, of course, is the website. No way. Sorry, not saying no way to you. We're limited stock. Oh my goodness. Hang on, 15 minutes into the show.
Wow.
What's going on, Kay?
Wow, wow, fantastic. Thank you all so much. That's amazing.
Limited stock, everyone. If you do want to get it, my recommendation to you would be to put it into your basket right now and check out your basket right now. Now, the one-day special is available if that suits your budget. And the one-day special is everything we've talked about, apart from the stamps. So if you want to go for the one-day special, you can. It might be an idea, actually, to have a look at the other items individually, elements, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm getting so excited. In case you want to add any extras to your basket. Because these are great prices, they really are. So let's have a look at the website. This is where you can head to the website and have a look at the other items on the show. Now, I do need to tell you, if you're looking at the paints thinking of going for those individually, then they are gone individually. They've all sold out. They're only available in the one-day special or the bundle, which is limited stock. Okay, oh my word, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Right, I'm excited to show you the next set of stamps that we've got coming up. Love these. For me, I don't know about you, when you look at these, I'm thinking like a René Mackintosh style, like Art Nouveau. Love them, especially with those lines in the boxes on, Kay.
That I've been a René Mackintosh fan since I was a teenager, and I'm sure that influences a lot of my artwork. So definitely influenced this lot.
Yeah.
I can say yes.
I love these. Now they're £11.99 each. You can choose from the sets. However, if you want to go for all of them, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you are going for any of them, what you can do is add them to your one-day special or the larger bundle and divide the cost. So it's up to you which one you go for. £11.99. They will be £5.99 in your flexi today if you want to go for them. Now, if I was choosing, if I had to choose, see, I wouldn't, I'd have all of them. But if I had to choose, I think I would go for the one that says "For You" on, that one. I would go for that one. And I'm just going to turn that round for you. So you've got "For You" and you've got the flowers on there. And I'll just turn that round so you can see it is on that red rubber. Great for your heat embossing, great for all your different techniques, and all made here in the UK, I might add. And red rubber, of course, Kay, it's going to last, well, a lifetime, really.
Absolutely, that's the great thing about red rubber, that if you look after them, they're going to last you, and they don't degrade or anything like that. So yeah, they're top quality and they'll work for you for years to come.
And also they're pre-cut, which is great because we're not wasting any rubber in providing these on a larger sheet and you cutting them down. They're all cut for you precisely, so perfect. £11.99, some lovely samples at the top there that you can see. I mean, that is just superb. Imagine going to one of, I don't know, one of the boutique shops or ordering these online. It'd be quite a lot of money. You can make your own now. I don't know, I see it on the side of my mouth. Quite a lot of money. You can make these yourself and give them as a gift. Absolutely beautiful. 656-577. Right, let's move on. Let's move on. We've got some more stamps for you on the show. And with these stamps, you've got the opportunity to choose which one you like. These are your A6 size stamps. We say A6 because that's the size of the card, but to show you, let's turn these around, you'll see there you've got your individual stamps. So sentiments wise, you've got "A life without dreams is like a garden without flowers." So true, so true. And you've also got the flowers in there and the lovely, lovely stamps to give you the ability to build and create your designs, and maybe put some of these into your planners, into your journals, onto your artwork as well. So lots of different designs in here for you to choose from. I really like that one because it's almost like a reflection, isn't it? When I look at that, I see the flowers and then I see the designs underneath. That could be a reflection. I know they're different designs, but for me it's like a reflection in the water. And sometimes our reflection does change when we look at it. You've also got your lovely doodle. I know I'm getting very deep there, aren't I? Where did that come from? I have no idea. But you've got all of the lovely flowers to choose from as well. I've got a lovely example here. This is a great idea. £10.79 is your freedom price, and you get to choose from any of the stamps there. I'm taken away with this. That is lovely. So this has been stamped. Yeah, when I say I'm taking it away, I mean I'm blown away with it. The stamps have been used, and this has been stitched over the stamps, Kay.
It has, yes. So
That's
what I've done is
amazing.
I've actually stamped with those stamps and then just followed the lines and just stitched over the top.
That's beautiful.
Thank
that
you.
really, really is. And this is Kay's journal as well, so just absolutely incredible using the different stamps in there. But I do love that. Excellent. £10.79 if you want to go for that. Some other lovely samples around as well. Now we've got some panels for you. I know you love indigo blue panels, so I think we're going to be really busy. So the one thing I'd say is when you see it, get it in your basket and check on out, because we're already busy. You found these on the website. £10, that's all it is, £10, and you choose. 9" by 9". So the first one is the Artist. I love that design with the with that paintbrush and the wings. That is fantastic. And this will look great on an art journal. It will look fantastic on an apron, cutting out the individual elements and then sewing them onto an apron, your art apron. But lots of other projects that you can add these to as well. And if you're going for your translucent paints, you'll still see that lovely design underneath. So that's your first one. The second one, you've got Becca. Absolutely beautiful with the butterflies in there. You've got the dragonfly, the script in the background, and then using your paints. You don't have to go with the strict colouring. You can just put your paints on there and just have it as a wash and see that image appear underneath. And then you've got one of my favourite. I love this. This is Elizabeth. Isn't this incredible? Absolutely beautiful print on there. It reminds me of like a newspaper print, with the style and detail that you've got in there. Incredible. And here's an example of how it could look with some stitching, with some paint on there as well. It looks lovely in that framework. And then those flowers at the bottom that you can actually stamp on it, or because they're on there already, you'll be able to bring those out. Yeah, and if you're a fan of a French knot, or is it a loop? There's a French knot and then there's a loopy French knot as well. You can put your beads on there. Beautiful, isn't it? What a project that is. It's only £10. 068936 is your item number. Right, we've got some Luscious Powders next, and we've got a choice of 3 different sets. Now, Luscious Powders, Kay, can you tell us a little bit about these? Because these are extra special, aren't they?
I adore these. They are absolutely superb. They're a powder, and it's actually ground up pigment, so pigment that we use to make paints, or dyes or anything like that. So that's ground up pigment, and then we actually put some mica in it, so that's the sparkly stuff that we love, and then we actually put a binder in as well, so that means that it actually will stick to the surface that we put it on. And because it's a powder, it means that we can mix it with our paper clay, our polymer clay. We can mix it with water to make a watercolour. We can mix it with our translucent paints and make our translucent paints very sparkly as well. We can mix it with mediums as well, like our Slap It On range, so that you can actually colour those and make them nice and sparkly. You can add it to clay, to MDF, wood, metal, plastic. The world's your oyster. That's why we love them so much, and you get so much for your money as well. They're really good value, and more importantly, they're delicious colours.
Yeah, they certainly are. Right, you've got a choice here. The first choice, I love these. I love the pink and the blue and the grey that's in here. So this particular choice, if you want to go for this one, 749767. It's your dragonfly, your dragon's eye, sorry, your unicorn tears and your silver. Love those together. Absolutely divine. Oh, the next one's lovely too. The next option, you've got Mermaid's Tail. Your olive grove is just delicious. And then your Poseidon blue. What a lovely blue that is. But that olive, oh my word. I always find that olive can be a very difficult colour to replicate and get. And this is absolutely, for my mind, is spot on. Absolutely. £14.97. Your next option, well, I like this one as well. This is your Fizzy Pop, your Lime Spritzer and your Lemon Sherbet. Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah, they're beautiful, especially for the summer months coming up. Absolutely divine. £14.97 per set. It's up to you which ones you go for. You can treat yourself to all of them if you want to. And then finally, we've got the translucent paint for you. And this is something that Kay's been using and will be using in the demonstrations. And these will go with the ones that we've got for you in the one-day special. If I'm right in saying, with the one-day special, you can't buy those individually now. They're only available in the one-day special. But then you've got these to complete your set. £14.99. You're getting 6 right here. 257834, and 1/3 of the stock has gone. So I don't have my glasses on. You've got your mulberry bush. You've got your daffodil. There is your ugly duckling. Right there. Oh, you've got your stroke of midnight. Oh, mysterious. You've got your teal for 2. Love the names. And then you've got your racing green, all made here in the UK as well. Superb. Love that. Right, let's have a look once again at that larger bundle that's, oh my God, it's proven to be so popular. We sold out. It's now back on extended delivery. When are we dispatching this? Oh, just 7 days, that's okay. So start filling up your baskets again. This is your larger bundle, which includes the stamps. So with your one-day special, you're saving your £10, you're saving an extra £10.48, and you can divide that cost into 2. That's the great thing. You can spread the cost over 2 months, but get everything you need. So you've got those lovely projects to start with and continue with your artwork. Now, the one-day special, if you want to go for that, it's without the stamps, it's £34.50. But if you think about the larger bundle, 2 payments of £30, you might as well go for it, because we're dividing the cost over 2 months. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. I don't want to push you one way or the other. We just give you choices here at Hochanda, and the choice always is down to you guys at home. It's entirely up to you, but we always appreciate your custom here at Hochanda. Right, we're heading back to Kay now, because we've got a demonstration lined up with the lovely Kay. What we're going to see now?
Hi, so thank you very much, Janice. I just thought I'd show you, I've been using these paints for the past couple of days for all the samples, and you can imagine how much painting I've been doing, and just look how much I've used. You actually can't tell whether I've used any at all. You know, they look completely full, so it just shows how incredibly strong they are, the pigments in them. And you can see these colours look really, really dark, but then when you actually get them out, let me just get some of this lovely Rossetti red on here, and then you add some water to it. Look at that, isn't that just divine? That's the most gorgeous sort of crushed cranberry type of colour that you're going to get from that. And then with this green, it really is that sort of fresh spring green that you get. Isn't that lovely? It's very, very such a fresh, true yellow green that you get. It's just gorgeous. And then let me bring some of that lovely, oh, that's my red there. And then I'll just get some of this 22 karat gold. This is such an amazing colour. Just look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? I'm so pleased with these colours, I really am. Right, okay, let's get some painting done. So get a bigger brush and just wet the area that we're going to paint. So this is dry now, and what I did was I used a heat gun to dry it. So in theory, I've actually just heat set my fabric. So these paints, you don't need to heat set them. They do actually cure naturally over time. So if you were to paint like a leather bag or something like that, you don't need to try and iron it. Bit impossible, really, with a leather bag. But if you actually heat set it when you're doing this technique, it means that you're going to actually get a really good line between this part of the image and that part of the image, because the background is now set and it's not going anywhere. So that means that we can go on in with a colour. This is Daffodil Yellow, which is in the set that's on the show, and it's a lovely yellow. So I can work that into here, and I'm going to overlap with the Rossetti Red, and let's see what happens with that. So this is the Rossetti Red. So I'm just going to come over here and mix it in. Oh, look at that orange that you get with it. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that colour. Oh, that really does look nice. Yeah, that's gorgeous. And so I'm bringing just that red in to the centre there, so we get like a true red coming in with that. That works really nicely. I think I'm just going to put a little bit more red on because I just love that colour. That's just delicious. And the great thing about the translucency is what I've been saying, is that because you can actually see through the paint, it's not opaque, you can still see all the black lines on there as well. So I'm now coming into that beautiful turquoisey Sargasso Sea, and that is just so beautiful. And you will find that these colours all match beautifully with all the other translucents from IndigoBlu that you've already got, and all the paints that you've already got from IndigoBlu are fabric paints, whether you've used them for fabric or not. So I'm just, can you see how I keep wetting my brush and I keep adding water, because you actually don't need that much. And then I'm coming overlapping with that lovely fresh cut grass colour. Oh, that is beautiful over the top of that Sargasso Sea. Do you know, the lovely thing about the quality of these paints is we put a lot of effort and money into buying really good quality pigments, and because of it you get this lovely clear bright colour coming through. And the nice thing about that is that they mix beautifully and you don't end up with a muddy puddle, and that just works beautifully for me. So I'm just going to come in with some of that daffodil again, and I'm just going to finish off there so that I get a sort of mix with the daffodil and with that green. And what I've done is I've actually frayed the edges just by pulling the threads out. And the great thing about doing this little project first is it's super easy, and you can actually build your confidence with it. So how long did that take? Literally a couple of minutes, didn't it? So what I found was, I actually found an old makeup bag that I had, and I've actually, let me just flip that over and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so let me bring that to the middle. So I've just got plain water in here. I actually use distilled water in my sprays because then there's no chance of it going stagnant at all. Right, and then I'm going to use a bigger brush, plenty of water, and then I'm going to pick up some of my colours, and I'm just going to literally scribble it on, just not really thinking about it, just get it on there. Okay, I'm going to use that lovely 22 karat gold there. Let's use some of that beautiful red. And then I'm going to come in with this lovely Sargasso Sea. Now, Jimmy in my ear has just said, can you mix the Luscious with these? Absolutely, of course you can. I have actually got some of my in here. It'll probably take too much time actually, but go on, I'll just put a little bit on. In fact, if I flip it over onto the dry side, you'll probably see it better. Oh, look, because it brings colour to it as well. So that colour, just to make sure I'm right, is Peacock. Okay. Now you won't be able to see the sparkle yet because it's got to dry yet, and then you'll see the sparkle come forward. But I've got a better sparkle for you. Okay, so when that's dry, it's going to look like this. So really nice and soft and subtle. I've done the gusset as well. But what really gives you sparkle is the slap it on fabric sparkles. Okay, it does have a nozzle, but I tend to just take the top off, and then I tend to use my finger or a brush. Okay, so let me just dry that brush, but you can already see the sparkle in there, hopefully. And then all I do is just brush it on, and with this, less is more. So just pull it out. There we go. Look at that. And the lovely thing is it's a holographic, so it takes on the colour of what's underneath. So if it's over on the red, it will look like red sparkle. If it's on the blue, it'll look like blue sparkle, etc. So, and it will dry crystal clear, but you can already see the sparkle coming through. And of course this is a fabric sparkle, so it works great on kids' shoes. Well, what about my shoes? Yeah, I'll put it on my shoes as well, actually. I'm not going to get my foot up on the table, but it does look really, really cool. So you can actually see that, hopefully, there we go. You can see it sparkling, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that is, a lot of felters use this as well for adding sparkle to their finished projects of needle felting. So then that, ooh, look at that. I think I might have to use that on a card. That's lovely. That's where I was just painting on there. Yeah, that's definitely going in my stash pile. And then that's going to go on there. So either I can sew that on, or if it's me, I'm just going to stick that on with some fabric, slap it on. So that's that. So what I'm going to do is I'll hand back to Janice just for a quick minute, and then I will show you how to do the big panel.
Love that. What a great demonstration, and what a happy surprise to find underneath the painting. I love that. Brilliant. Here's another example with a green background, but still getting that luscious, beautiful sparkle on there as well. So you can change it up. And if you want to go for another one of those panels on top of your One Day Special, the larger collection, you can do. They're £20 individually. Just want to show you the pair of sparkly shoes. Yeah, these are pretty cool, aren't they? I think that's brilliant. Now, the panel individually, sorry, has sold out. It's sold out, so it is only available in the One Day Special, but for the extra £14.50, you are getting your paints, you're getting the bag, you're getting your paint mats, well, you're getting 3 of the paint mats, and all of that. So it's a great deal for your One Day Special at £34.50, saving £10 on that. But so many of you are going for the bigger bundle. It's sold out once, it's back. It's sold out in 20 minutes. We had a huge stock as well. But it's back on extended delivery. It's not long to wait. It's being dispatched on June the 17th. So, my goodness, actually, that is not that long to wait. Can you believe it? We're halfway through June. And then you get, with that larger bundle, you get these fabulous stamps as well. So you can start stamping out and creating some lovely designs. But I do need to tell you, a quarter of the restock has already gone. A quarter of the extended delivery has already gone. Just want to share with you this card. Isn't that lovely? So you've got that lovely sketchy detail in the background, almost like an architect, almost like someone's designing a garden and they're thinking about where to put the path, and all of the lines are drawn in. And then of course the foxglove is going to be the main event in that garden. It's absolutely spectacular. It's a really nice large stamp as well to use. You can use all of that stamp, or you can just use part of it for your projects if you want to. And the other stamps as well that come in there, well, there's some lovely ideas from the design team here that I want to show you. This one, oh, Neverending cube puzzle. I thought they were bath salts. Oh, I love. Can I get that out? Oh, it's one of these. It's one of these. Let me see if I can get that out. This is very clever, because you can pick these up from, oh, look at, I don't know how this has been made, but this isn't, I love this. So we've got the design there. We'll turn it again. We've got more design. We can turn it that way. I can turn it back that way. I can show you that. I can then turn it up that way. Oh my word. Has this been bought and then the stamps have been placed on, Kay, or was this made out of card? This is fascinating.
I really don't know. I just think, who's made that? Whoever's made it is really, really clever.
Oh my, I wonder if their name's in the squares somewhere. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Oh, this is brilliant.
I think you might be going home with them, mightn't it, Janice?
Yeah, I think you need to check my bag on the way out. This is brilliant. Oh, what a great idea. What lovely stamps to use as well. 2 payments of £30. I'm going to keep playing with this, but you need to check out your baskets. It's important you do that, because if you don't and it comes out of your basket, then of course it might pop out. Right, we're heading back to Kay now. We've got about 10 minutes left of the live show for demonstrations, so we'll head back to Kay. If you've got any questions, by the way, do email in. It's studio@hochanda.com, or leave a message on Facebook and we'll get back to you. Kay is back at 8 o'clock tonight. Right, Kay, what we're going to have a look at?
Hi. Right, so what I've done is I've got the big panel cut out already. I've got my water spray, and as you can see, it's really nice and wet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get a little bit of colour on here, but really, really nice and soft. Okay, so I'm mixing loads and loads of water. You can just about see my palette off at the side there with that lovely fresh green. So I'm just going to sort of gently just place the colour round about where I think I'm going to need it. So it doesn't have to be true to nature. It could be fantasy colours, it could be monochromatic colours, whatever you want. So I'm just coming in with this, and this will actually, all acrylic paints will dry lighter as well, so just bear that in mind. So this is going to be really, really soft. I've got an example to show you which is really, really bright. Now this here, this juniper, this actually needs a little bit more darker colour, so I'm going to come in with a tiny weeny bit of Stroke of Midnight, and that's going to give me a richer, deeper juniper colour. Okay, so I'm coming in with that Stroke of Midnight, which is from the kit that's on the show, and I'm just going to bring that in here just so that we've got a slightly different green going in there. Okay, and then I've got to use this daffodil as well, so daffodil's coming in here for my lovely Anikea, and then I have to bring in this gorgeous Rossetti red. Okay, so I think I'm going to do lovely bright red spires of foxgloves or whatever these are. I always forget. I always get them mixed up. But those are lovely. And then of course we can actually use some of the mulberry bush, which is in that kit that's on the show, along with the it's with the daffodil and the Stroke of Midnight. So I'm going to come in with a little bit of that mulberry bush, so it mixes with that beautiful Rossetti red beautifully. I'm actually going to come in now with a pure bit of daffodil, because I want to retain that lovely yellow colour around our lovely buzzy bee, and we'll do some blobs of of bright yellow around here, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of that with our fresh cut grass so that we get a very, very light yellow green. And the lovely thing is it does mix and merge together. Okay, so I've just had a question through. Thanks very much for emailing in. So do you have to heat set them onto fabric? The answer is no, because it will cure over time. So if it's purely decorative, it will just cure naturally over a week or two. But if and then you can actually wash it in the washing machine up to 40 degrees. So you're fine with that. You can heat set it if you wish. I tend to not bother because I'm lazy, you know. But that's me. So these lovely juniper berries down here, I know they're probably more purpley blue, but I just love this gorgeous Sargasso Sea colour. So I just want to have some of that in here, and I'm going to use it on the dragonfly as well, because I think dragonflies need to be lovely, beautiful blues and greens. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the fresh cut grass and a little bit of the Sargasso Sea and put those in there. And also we've got some nice decorations in the background here. I spent ages putting these together, and I think, you know, just do what feels right for you. So I think we could do with having some of that lovely red down here. That's great. And then just more water if you want it to spread out. I'd like to use more of this Sargasso Sea, so I think we'll bring in some here. And because the fabric is really nice and wet, it just merges, and because the colours are so beautifully clear and pure, you get this lovely mix with all the greens there. Now I have got some of that daffodil on my palette, so I will actually use some of that as well, just to tie all that in. And the butterfly, I think I'm going to leave that, because when we come back and do our second lot of painting to give us more definition, I'm going to make sure that gets really nice bright colours. Now this colour that I'm coming in with, this is that amazing 22 karat gold, and it's just such a wonderful colour. You know, I could see this being used in doing some beautiful rusty techniques as well, or you can use it like I'm doing here, which gives you that sort of lovely mid-tone of colour between an orange, a yellow, a brown. It just seems to work so well, and you can see I'm just really just throwing it on. I'm not doing anything too difficult. You know, the kids would love doing this because they've got such an open imagination. So just enjoy what you're doing, just get it slapped on there. Don't think too hard about it. And remember, you know, when it's dry, it's going to look lighter and brighter. Let's do a bit of colour in between here and let it run. And I think I've still got some of that mulberry bush on my palette, so I might as well use it. And the thing is, I only use tiny amounts of paint because I'm using so much water with it. You don't have to use very much at all. And of course you can use this paint on all your different surfaces as well. So it is a true mixed media paint. Now let's just see what it looks like with this mixed in. Oh yeah, look at that purple coming through. That's really lovely. That's working beautifully. And it really makes this sort of beautiful orange where it's mixing in with that 22 karat. That's lovely. So you just carry on until it's all completely filled in, or not. You might want to use patches of white in there. And then leave that to dry, or you can heat set it. And then what I've done is, let me just move that to one side. I'll put it up here. I will just bring my, oh, look at that. I can't wipe that up. I have to just, don't worry, there's nothing sensitive on here. Yeah, just Yeah, just at Batch Summit. Oh, look at that. Yes, that's definitely going in my journal. Sorry, I have to do that because it just is lovely. So this is one that I've done and it's all dry. Okay, and you can see that I've just splodged colour here, there and everywhere, and you get some lovely clear bright colours. If you wanted to tone it down, you can do, that's not a problem. But now this is dry, and I actually have done it with a heat gun as well, so that's fine, you can do that. But the lovely thing about this is now you can actually start to put some detail in. So now it's dry, we're going to paint on those dry areas. So this is the time to sort of relax and just get yourself a cup of tea and a biscuit, sit down and just start to doodle in. So this time it's dry on the background, so it's not going to actually run anywhere, and you can just touch up different areas and highlight areas if you want to, and just sit back and relax and just take your time doing this. You know, put it away for a bit, come back the next day, you know, or you can just sit for hours. Whenever I do this part in a class, all of a sudden we have a cup of tea, we sit down, we get the biscuits out, and all of a sudden that room goes silent and everyone's just chilled out and just really, really enjoying just colouring in. And then you just highlight little bits in different areas. Let's do this lovely dragonfly over here. He's gorgeous. So I'm coming in with that beautiful turquoise, and I think we'll put that over here. And you can see, because it's dry, it's not going to run too much. It might just run a little bit, but the nice thing is it will just swirl into the other colours, and you can just help to emphasise different things. Let's come in with that lovely fresh green. I haven't cleaned my brush, so it's actually going to just mix with that beautiful Sargasso Sea. Let's put a bit of green here and there, and just take your time with it and just enjoy mixing those colours, because by this time your palette is actually really mixed up now. So you can just carry on doing this bit by bit until you actually come to, and that could take you a few hours or whatever, until you actually come to really making it jump out. And you can see that I've actually done the butterfly, and I've put in different areas, and then what I've done is I've actually got my gesso out, okay? And I love using gesso to highlight. People who know me always know that I've got to get the gesso out, okay? So if you can see here, I'm using the tip of my brush to actually make marks that show the same sort of shape as the flower spikes here. And I'm just going down the left-hand side, so that looks as if that's where the sunlight's coming from, just to highlight little tiny bits of it.
Okay, if I didn't have any gesso, we've got some on the screen for people to buy, but if you had like a Posca pen or something like that, would you use that with fabric or not?
I would actually. I would use a Posca pen, because Poscas are an acrylic paint, and even though strictly speaking it's not a fabric paint, I think because it's so little it's not going to run or smudge at all, and I think you can actually get away with that quite easily.
That looks amazing. That took my breath away when you brought that out compared to the other one. It's just incredible.
But then you can see all the different areas in the background where I've highlighted it and started to really draw in those shapes in the background, the cogs and everything, and the plan marks. And then, you know, to finish off, you can get your Slap It On fabric sparkles and then start adding a little bit of sparkle. So, you know, the dragonfly wings are crying out for that.
It's given it some real depth, hasn't it?
It does.
3D effect.
It does, yeah, and it's really, really satisfying. You know, you just take your time on it and just really have a lovely time, and it does make it really come out, especially when you've got those soft backgrounds and then you've got the paints that really makes it jump out. As you say, it's lovely, isn't it? And putting the highlights in round here, and of course you can then carry on and start to embellish it if you're into embroidery. And I've been inspired by Katrina at Neverending.
Yes.
I've got all her kits, and then I started thinking, just like with my journal, to actually start sewing over the top. So this is what I've done with mine.
Oh my word.
So I like French knots, have you noticed? I've got one or two French knots there. It's about an inch deep. And then I spent ages doing bits and pieces on this.
Kate, we are down to the final seconds of the show.
Oh, sorry,
I could just watch you all night. Thank you so much. We'll see you again at 8 o'clock. Please do check out your baskets though.